strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Here we go, set. Reset.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Seattle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Darnold. And Walker with it over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Back to throw, Darnold. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
13 yards.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
Again, Darnold.
1st down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Darnold now to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they get their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Get set, get set.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now on play action, it's Purdy. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. What a great matchup here. I think we can officially say 2 teams that don't particularly care for one another. This rivalry, if you remember, really hit the boiling point in the 2013 season. A classic NFC Championship game up in Seattle. Seahawks narrowly hanging on 23-17. Richard Sherman forcing the incomplete pass to Michael Crabtree in the end zone on the game's final play to seal the deal.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Now Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, That's a major disadvantage. Just gives her every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Second down at the 46-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Brought down at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
Or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He finds Smith and Jigba. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
14 yards. That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Niners head out, and they are in their NFL rivalries-inspired uniforms. For the faithful, that's what they're called, a term for 49ers supporters through the years. If you look close, you can see faithful above the numbers on the front, and those numbers really stand out. They are a nod to the font used during the golden era of 49er football. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
Get set. Get set. 18. Go ahead.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Well, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. And the 49er first down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing here, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerome Jennings, 46 yards. And the Niners have cut it back within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
To throw is Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Get set. Get set. Back around, son.
Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
For San Francisco.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First down, Seahawks.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 7.
A shotgun snap for Darnold.
First down.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Myers' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every... drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Time to rise up. Come.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Back to throw, Purdy. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, And then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down.